morning and welcome to Winging It Buffalo Style. I'm Victoria Hong.
I'm Amelia Siegel.
And this man needs no introduction.
And I'm Byron Brown, Mayor of Buffalo.
Welcome.
We are so excited, and when we were talking about this is a first for the mayor. You've been on a gazillion shows, talk shows, news shows, but this is the first time you're hosting one.
My very first time, and I'm very excited to be with two pros like you.
He's even complimenting us. But we should also mention that you were a journalism major in college?
Yes, I have a degree in journalism from Buffalo State College.
Did you aspire to do news and then you got kind of switched over to politics?
I wanted to go into the public relations end of things, public communication. And I also did a degree in political science. So I did do public communication.
Well, you're in the right field because the city of Buffalo is really doing, knock on wood, quite well right now under your watch.
Buffalo is really on the move and people are very excited. There's a great buzz about the city right now.
Well, you know what? There's a great buzz in here, too. We're so excited that you're here. We have lots of fun planned.
And we're going to be in the kitchen. Wellington Pub's in the house. I don't know what we're making, but it smells delicious in here.
It sure does. Mark is in there busy. And do you cook?
Occasionally. I'm more of a breakfast sort of cook.
I'm more of an eater, if we're going to be honest about things. But you're going to be in the kitchen. See, put your hand to it.
I'm looking forward to being in there with Chef Mark.
All right, but we're going to start with some pictures that we have of you, that you were in a friendly competition with a counterpart in Fort Erie. Can you explain? Can we show some of those pictures?
Oh my goodness, how'd you get that? Mayor Doug Martin.
Oh, what is that jersey you're wearing?
I am wearing a Canadian jersey.
And why is that?
Well, Mayor Martin and I, as part of the bicentennial celebration of the War of 1812, we had a friendly bet on a Team USA, Team Canada hockey game that was in the Leisuroplex in Fort Erie in April. And the winning mayor got to gloat and watch the opposing mayor perform community service wearing the opposing team's jersey. Unfortunately, Team USA lost that game 7-5. So I had to perform community service. I chose the Salvation Army, which is an absolutely great organization in the community. So I bought lunch for Mayor Martin and I.
Wings?
No, I bought lunch at the Salvation Army annual luncheon.
Oh, that's even better.
So I made a donation to the Salvation Army, and shortly I will be reporting to Major Applin, and I will get my community service assignment.
That's wonderful.
We're going to get shots of that, too.
Okay.
Did you feel kind of warm, though, in that red jersey and the Canadian jersey? Felt a little bad about that?
You know, it was warm, and I was trying to tell Mayor Martin, look, Mayor, you don't have to come from Fort Erie to see this. But he insisted. He wanted to make sure that I wore the jersey and that I did what I was supposed to do.
He just was checking out. Exactly. All right. Since we knew you were coming here today, that we wanted to dig up a piece of video of you. When we reported on this, I thought it was the funniest and the best response from you. You had some Take It to Kids Day work kids from employees of the city, and you were talking to them during a lunch hour. And here's one of the questions a very smart, astute child asked you.
How much money do you make?
How much money do I make? Well, that is, you can ask that question because that's actually public record. The mayor makes $105,000 a year, and that never goes up.
A year?
Yep, that never goes up unless your parents decide the mayor should get a raise.
Oh, we're cutting it off early. So then you said, so tell your parents if they think that I should get a raise to vote on a raise for the mayor. That was a quick response.
You know, entirely up to the taxpayers. You know, everybody, when the young boy asked me what I made, everybody was like, ooh.
I was going to ask you their response. Was that a lot to them?
That was
I
a
think
lot.
it's a lot of money.
That was a lot to the kids, yes, absolutely. And to some of the adults, they said ooh too, because they were like, "Wow, you shouldn't ask somebody how much they make." And I said, "Well, it's public. It's all public information. As mayor of the city of Buffalo, my salary is not a secret. It should be known by everybody in the public. It's $105,000, and if your parents think I should be making more, they can do something about that."
And I have to say, I think with kids too, sometimes they ask the tough questions because they don't know that maybe, you know, they shouldn't go around asking something like that. So I'm sure when you go and talk to groups of kids, they kind of sometimes bring things out of left field maybe.
Don't you think that's one of the first questions I get asked too by kids? They want to know how much. They're very savvy and aggressive these days.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And it was take your sons and daughters to work day. They asked a lot of great questions. That was one of the great questions. And I guess he was sizing up, if I go into this kind of profession, what am I going to be able to earn? And it was a good question.
He's probably calculating it. If the student loan and I have to pay off this in 5 years of college.
Right.
They are smart these days.
Yes, they are.
All right, we also want to ask you about, we reported on Wake Up this morning about the SABRES owner, Terry Pagula. He's helping out, kind of beautifying the city.
Yes,
he is. What is
is.
this program?
You know, it's fantastic. Right by First Niagara Center, where the Sabres play, and by the waterfront, there's an area under the 190 that has construction material. It's pretty ugly. It's kind of overgrown.
Right.
And it's one of the views that Mr. Pagula sees when he looks outside his window. So he said to me, you know, I'd like to do something about that. I'd like to help beautify this area of the city. I know that the city is working hard to beautify Buffalo. I'd like to help out. So he's making a sizable donation to plant grass in that area, to beautify that area. And it will look nicer when we get the hundreds of thousands of people that visit the waterfront this summer.
I have to say that every time I go down to the waterfront, there is something new and improved going on there. There's more people, you know, even like the Adirondack chairs that are down there that people can sit in and relax and enjoy the afternoon. It's great to see.
I agree with that. When I came in 1993, that was the first time I was in Buffalo, when I was here at Channel 4, I remember the waterfront was just desolate. There was nothing. And compared to that now with the concerts, it is really revived to a point where, I mean, I'm so impressed. I never thought that it would get this fast, this improved.
You know, last summer alone, over 400,000 visitors. This year, the projections are there will be over 650,000 visitors. And to have a corporate citizen like Terry Pagula say that I want to contribute to that, I want to make something happen on the waterfront, I want to beautify the area, really means a lot to this community. And I look forward to being with him later on today and thanking him for that donation he's making to Buffalo.
I dare you to wear the Canadian jersey. Not really just out. We want to say thank you to Terry Pagula, but you know what? Not everybody is so hot on Buffalo. Do you ever watch How I Met Your Mother? The series?
Very rarely.
Me too. I don't have the time, and I'm sure you don't either. Do you watch it?
No.
Okay, well, you know what? They have this ongoing thing about bashing Buffalo, and here's the scene. Barney.
Did they really?
Yes. Barney, this character, was trying to convince a bus driver not to take him and Marshall here to Buffalo, but back to New York City, and here it is in case you missed it.
This man is having a baby tonight, and instead of going to St. Marcus Hospital, we're going to Buffalo. And I've seen women from there. The city's aptly named.
Ouch. Mayor, what do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. You know, I grew up in New York City, and one of the things that I first loved when I got to Buffalo is how pretty the girls and women are here.
That's what kept you here, right?
I married my wife here, my wife Michelle. Yes, absolutely stunning. But Buffalo, to me, has some of the most stunningly beautiful and charming women in the entire world.
I mean, everything about Buffalo. I mean, the landscape now. So we expect you to write something or do something to defend our...
I am definitely going to defend our honor. And just sitting here with you, too, you both are gorgeous. How do you do it so early in the morning?
We've been asking for compliments like the whole time.
We can have you back more often.
All right, we have much more to come, much more fun with you throughout the show. But right now, we're going to go to our CW star, Matt, who has a very special place in Western New York.